So I just removed the seal. This is a seal I need to replace anyways, but be careful removing it. But as you can see, there's a screw right here that holds onto the whole thing. So I'm starting to remove that first to remove this first seal, and then I'll move on to the next one on that side. Okay, so with all the seals out, you can see that these have screws and they have to be removed. And you can see the soft top goes under it and it's holding it in. I'm pretty sure I have to remove this seal. With this one, I'd be very careful because these are usually pretty fragile. And I think we're gonna have to use glue to put all this back. I will read up on it to see what kind of glue they use or what. So yeah, and I wanna say this thing comes off. Like maybe there's a way where this is, maybe not. Maybe I don't have to remove all this, but I do have to remove this because it seems to be sitting there somewhere. So yeah, let's remove all these trims and put them over here. So just finished removing all the seals here and all the little trims that hold the seals. Now I don't know where to go from here. I'm gonna slowly inspect everything and kind of see what I can do next. I'm thinking of pulling this off because I'm pretty sure, yeah, there we go. So this one I gotta be a little bit more careful, but as you can see, there's screws down there, and I'm pretty sure that's holding part of the soft top down. As you can see, this is the front seal. This one, be careful. I would suggest getting some kind of tool that can pry that off slowly. Let me see. I can show you. So I would suggest something like this that can get in there and just slide it through so it doesn't rip. So it's gonna go like that and just slide it through, pretty much removing that adhesive that it has on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I just removed the seal. I was trying to use this end, but it's a little bit thicker, so just use this very thin end and just kept pulling with one hand slowly, not too hard, and then prying with the other one, and it came off fairly easy. Now here are the screws. They're all just there. Looks like a good 8 or so. So I'm gonna remove those and see where that gets me and keep going and moving slowly from there and figuring things out. So just went and pulled off all the screws from there, and this is what was holding it together under there. This is a metal piece, and these were the screws. So, and they have like a little washer on there, plastic washer, don't lose that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start prying off the soft top, I guess, and see where that gets me as far as how much it takes off, and kind of go from there to see where else it could be held down at. So I started pulling like these little pieces off here from the other side, but I saw a wire and I was like, man, that's weird. Like, why would a wire be there? So I tried to slowly inspect. So finally I got to this side and I was like I see the wire again. What could it be? So finally I was able to like move this a little bit more to see that there's a spring here, I guess, holding the soft top together, like to pull it down. I'm not really sure, but let's go ahead and remove that spring and see where that gets us. So we do got to remove the spring. I guess the soft top has a wire that needs to be installed onto the spring, and this spring seems to go inside this hole and just live in there, attached down there. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove this spring. I don't know if the other, well, I'll leave it on because it seems like it doesn't have a way to really come off unless I pry it apart. We'll see if the other soft top comes with one. If not, I'll just take this spring off and we'll go from there. So now I'm gonna do that to the other side. So once the soft top is really towards the back, I pushed it as far as possible to the back. I was able to remove these corners because these corners are pretty hard to put on, but now I found where the rest of that cable goes and is connected, and it's right here. Seems to be like a little 8mm bolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that and then continue on the removal process. I'm kind of stuck here on this area right here. I don't know how to, I was able to remove this section and it seems like it's just flapped. I guess it's in there like that, but I can't seem to get the rest of it out. So I'm gonna keep playing with it and see if it just comes out, because I don't know why it's so attached to it. So maybe I gotta pry it back a little bit, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm gonna wait, go ahead and, yeah, because I don't want to damage it. So I don't think I have to pry it back, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna keep doing this and then we'll go from there. So I was finally able to remove this, but obviously it goes under here and then like it clips into, not clips, but it holds onto here somehow. And man, was it hard to pull off. I didn't really pry it so much, just did it with my hands, like prying it back with my hands, but we're gonna have to see how I'm gonna do this when I'm putting it on. I have to be very careful. I think this is probably the hardest part of everything so far. So I did this one right now. So this is the first one we just showed, and then I just did this one, and I just pulled it with my hands back, and I guess when I install it back, I'll just pull it back in. Of course, you want to be careful because eventually this will just break off. This is why you do it every couple years and don't do it all the time. But it should be completely out. The last one is completely Velcro, so that one is probably the most simplest one. This soft top should now just pull out. Like I should be able to just remove it completely now. So there it is, just pulled it out. And here is the frame. And you can see that a lot of these straps that I think comes with the, which I'll show right now, comes with the new set of soft top. And so I'm gonna have to drill these out and install some new ones, which I am totally cool with it. Don't mind that. Hopefully I do it right though. Take your time now to kind of go ahead and clean all these seals from this debris and dirt, just so once you put the new glue, it doesn't contaminate it and you can install it easily. If you have a problem with your gas line or anything in particular to that, this is your time to remove it, because I removed mine from the back here and it was still uncomfortable. And once I like removed part of the back of the soft top, it was so easy to get to and put all the lines and connect them all back on. And I hate that I had to pretty much find that out like way later. So yeah, let me show you the new soft top and everything that it comes with it, and we'll go from there. This one is the glass version, so we'll see how careful I need to be with that. So here is the soft top. I did end up going with a China version soft top because I was gonna sell this car, really just wanted not to waste so much money on it. Didn't go OEM or Robin's soft top. You can tell by the material that it's fairly cheap, but hopefully gets the job done, right? It's gonna be an inside car anyways, so I'm not too worried. The other car was sitting outside like all the time, so that doesn't help anything. And I live in Texas, so the heat was insane. So something I'm seeing here that's pretty weird is, so the front one that we took off is just like this. Then the back one, or the second one that we took off, was just, it was not like this. It was like this one where you slide it in. So this one is the only one that kind of makes sense, but it seems like if there's two that are gonna go together, this is something I'm gonna have to see if it brought a manual of any type and see what's going on here. And you can see the glass here. It came with this extra material. I don't know what this is for, maybe to cover it once you're done using the car, who knows? But I guess that's a pretty cool add-on, if you want to say so. You can't even see through the rear windows anyway. So here are the straps that it came with, and it comes with the rivets. So let me see if it has anything else. I don't think it does. Yeah, no, that's it. No instructions or nothing. So I'll just figure it out, just like I took out the other one. Looks like I'm gonna have to use the springs from the other one, so I'll have to remove those, put them in their location to get those ready. And it also, I don't think it comes with a little string that's supposed to go anywhere here. And it has like these extra add-ons that I don't understand just yet. But that's what happens when you buy Chinese soft top. So here you get your first look at it, and let's just start and see how far we can get with this before I start losing my mind. So something I am figuring out here is I removed the cable, but this cable is supposed to go under this and kind of hold that tension, or it's still going to hold the tension, but I guess hide the cable, I guess you can say. So, and then over here it's supposed to have like a hole that is supposed to, so it's pretty much like this, they have it set up, but there's nothing to like work it with. So I don't know what I'm going to do here because it's like loose up here, but you could hide it under. So I'll leave those cables there and I'll figure it out when I get to it. What I'm gonna do right now is this. I gotta do this now before anything because it doesn't have them, or it didn't have them before. So let me go ahead and do that and we'll go from there. And you can see here, I'm gonna show you, I removed it from these holes and like the line goes through here and up to here. So yeah, and also something I noticed it doesn't have is, you see this like corner here, and like it's supposed to like slip into the corner of the soft top right there. This doesn't have it. So we're just gonna have to see how it connects once I do it and see how it works. But let me go ahead and install these real quick. So I just started installing it. Didn't clean this right now just because it's out, so I can just clean it later. This is probably the easiest part that I can like come up to a conclusion to kind of really start, because the rest, so the holes, first and foremost, you need to like pretty much thread them out yourself, because for the soft top, I mean, you have to needle it through because they're not pre-drilled or whatever. So yeah, so now as you can see on the side here, they're like, the holes are right there, but I don't know where these go just yet. I'll figure it out right now. And yeah, just thought this would be the easiest part. I need to stretch this back a little bit. I was able to put the strings in because that seems to be fairly easy. Just put this one. Obviously it's not going to be anywhere installed. I'll probably figure something out or come up with a homemade solution. I did put it through there, but I don't know if that's how that goes yet. And that goes there. So as you can see, some things are pre-drilled and can be figured out fairly easy, but for now this is where I'm at. Also, so I think there's a difference between the AP1 and AP2 soft top. So it comes with this ridge we were talking about earlier, where you put it in here or inside here, and then the back one is Velcro, and it goes into both the bottom pole and this top pole, which is like the last two poles in the back. So you just Velcro those in together like that and just go around them. So I guess that's how the AP2 ones go. I think that's better. Don't have to struggle with this thing. Still need to struggle with it in the front, but I'll figure that out in a little bit once I do put in all this other stuff. So let me just go ahead and keep putting screws wherever I need to and go from there. So I was looking down here. I did not see that you can take this out. This is where the little weather strip seal on the side goes, and that's where we take out that extra little plastic clip. Well, this screw can come out and the soft top goes into there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and you need to remove it pretty far back to get into it from what I can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So just put the screw in. Very difficult to do, even with the soft top like laying down a little bit. Also don't want to lay it too low, don't want to hurt anything, but I did it. Now I have to poke another hole. What I've been using was just this to poke the holes, since they have to be you know, done your way pretty much. So this one, now I'm poking the trim, the little plastic trim hole, so that can go in easily, not having trouble with that. I did put a screw here first before I went down here, just so everything can align, and I'm not pulling too much on this one or not pulling too much on that one. And obviously I still got to put the trim there, but I just put that screw there for now. So now I'm gonna do the other side the same way and then move on from there and go ahead and probably install this whole little section and then keep just finding little areas where I find it easy to work on, and I'm kind of getting the hang of it. This one obviously sits here, so that's good. I'm pretty sure I have to do the ones in the back next, and then I'll see what I have to do and probably just install the seals after that. But we'll see, because I have these right here, and these I'm not too sure about if it's like the whole thing or it's just a little bit of it, so we'll see. So I think I'm on the right track so far as what I should be doing. You can see right here I put the side trim. So I'll show you the other side right now, but there's two little pieces of material, and I put it, for some reason it's not the whole thing. They should have put material on this whole thing, but I guess that's just not the way this works. On this one, I really don't know. So I just went ahead and screwed it into to this first bolt, and that's it, because that's as much as it gives you to kind of like pick off on. And I'm gonna show you right here. So this is what I'm talking about. So when I like force it here to cover this corner up and go like that, like that's all I'm getting. So yeah, I don't know. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is kind of just do that and screw these in, and then I'm gonna move the soft top forward and see how it stretches out and see how it looks. So I just finished putting the rear trim on. Kind of makes no sense that this one bolt over here doesn't want to go in. It's unaligned by like a little bit. I keep trying to hammer it in a little bit so it can get in there. You can see that, like that little bit, and it just won't budge, dude. And it doesn't matter, I lost that screw anyways, but I put the rest on, just except that one side. Pisses me off because all of them lined up except that one. Does it make any sense? No, but whatever. That's the way it is. It's always the last bolt, the last anything that is like super hard to fix. Anyways, now I'm gonna go ahead and install the soft top in the back. I need to pre-drill these holes or whatever to kind of put them on. So working backwards, you would take off the soft top first from the inside, and then the trim, you'd be taking it off with all those bolts you see there. But now we're working backwards, putting the trim on first, and now we're gonna put on the soft top with these right here. These go on the side, and then there's one long panel that goes in the back that I have over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you once I'm done. So here we are. I kind of left off the video on that last little clip and just had a hard time with this soft top after that. But it's completely done. I'm going to tell you what happened, what went wrong, and what you can do to help your situation if you go through something like this, as far as getting a non-OEM soft top and having the troubles that I did. And maybe this can help you with those problems with what I found out. So the holes don't line up. It's gonna have these holes. Maybe I have the other, I don't have the other. So, oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna show you from the old soft top. So it has these holes right here, and you can see right here in the bottom, it gives you an option to do either one, my guess, right? And same thing with the Chinese one. It gave me the option, but with this one, it has only 2 holes for every like one that you need to like drill out. Whereas this one, only these right here have 2 holes, but right here it has about 5 holes you can choose from to line up with the screw. And same thing with this side. And the middle has 3, just like that one I think has 3 as well. So this one, like, all the things just didn't line up. Like, it doesn't matter which hole you chose, it was never gonna line up. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start with the first hole, and then as I went, the second hole lined up, then the next hole lined up. It wasn't until I got to these multiple holes that it started like like messing up, and it was like too tight for me to like stretch it out on that side, and just a complete mess. So what I ended up doing was drilling out just my own hole in there just so it can go through, and like right where it was at. So let's say like the soft top's finished here, and that's as far as it stretched. I drilled the hole there, and that's where I drilled my own hole, made my own hole, and there you go, it worked. So this is with me making and drilling like my own holes on most of all of them on this top. So that's probably what you're gonna have to do. Just be careful with this. Drill the hole. Don't be too rough on it, because it's gonna be it's gonna break this. Because you can see, like, you can tell right away that this is not as good a material as the OEM. So that one just feels tougher and stronger, like by a little bit. But I mean, it does good. Right now I'm letting it stretch out because I was finally able to clip it on, and I'm just letting it like take its form pretty much, so everything can look good. And you know, when I pull it back, I'm gonna end up putting all the seals, but everything seems to line up perfect. You know, like all that lines up perfect. Everything lines up pretty good, and so I'm happy with that. Now, one thing a problem I'm having with is I can't roll down this driver's side window, but I'll figure that out another day. I can care less. Everything else works. The soft top, that was something that I was not able to do for a while because I had to glue some stuff in the front. So what I did to glue this, I just used I should have it here somewhere. So I just used black adhesive sealant and used these clamps right here to hold it down, and that's the way you were able to pretty much glue these little corners on. So everything fits perfect. You can see a little gap there, but it's because I have not even put the rubber seal yet. So once all that is put on, we should be good. But yeah, I just got to clean the car now. But I like how the soft top looks. Like, it looks really good. I really don't mind the look of it, even though it's not original. Like, it still looks really great to me. So I like it. You can see, and then now I have the like hard window, the glass window, not the plastic one. So it looks even better. And this one is like, you can get the cable to have the heated windows. If you live up north, I don't really have that problem, so I live in Texas. But yeah, now it looks like a car completely.